You guys loved the last video on the channel. Thank you guys for the support. I'm super excited to just get this game rolling, and I'm excited to start posting this channel, man. A lot of you guys may be like newer subbed on this channel. You know, the views haven't been crazy. It's probably a lot of the people that were watching last year, but if you guys are new to this channel, a lot of what this channel is based around weekly gameplay and then player reviews all week. So I'm just like excited to get that stuff going because I haven't posted that stuff in a long time, man. It's been like 2 months since I did a solid review. I think the last review I did was a Footies Fabinho review, which is like at least a month or month and a half ago. So I'm just ready to go. I've already got a bunch of players that I'm looking forward to, guys, and testing out and trying out for you guys. But today we're going to be going ahead and looking at some more of your guys' squads. We're going to be taking a look at a lot of those teams, seeing what you guys are messing with, seeing what you guys are looking for. I put out a tweet on my Twitter a little while ago. I think it was a few days ago. And what I'm going to do, guys, is this year, if you're new to this kind of thing, I'm going to be doing this a few times a month. I probably will post 3 of these videos a month on this channel where I'm kind of just going through, taking a look at your guys' squad, seeing the variety, seeing what works for you, seeing what doesn't. And so if you guys ever do, when I do post these tweets, just make sure you guys are showing me an in-game of what you're playing, because sometimes people are like, really, it's not that clear of what they're going to do with the in-game. So in-game is obviously the most important, and knowing what you're going to play players where. So obviously, if you guys enjoyed the video today, drop a thumbs up. I appreciate you guys clicking on the video, and hopefully you guys enjoy it, man. This is always a fun time looking at some different squads. So we've got a first squad to go look at, and this is coming in. Now he's going with Saint Maximin, Onyekuru, and Ben Yedder, which I really do like. I think that's great. And so you're going to get a 4-star, 4-star high-low player at left wing. You've got Benny Yedder at striker, which is really solid. Saint Maximin is actually a very good card. That seems to be like a lot of the guys who went to the cap event and things like that are talking very highly of Saint Maximin. Apparently, he is unbelievable in FIFA 20. So that's one to watch out for, that's for sure. Then you're in the midfield, you've got Ndombele, you've got Sissoko, and you've got Ruben Neves. So those three are going to be very overpowered. Ruben Neves is actually not a player that I've seen in a ton of people's teams. And then the back three, Angelino, I actually really am big on this upcoming year in FUT. I think he's going to be very, very solid. Then you've got Lindelof, Gomez, Bellerin, and Farman. So you have a lot of stuff going on in this team that is really good. I think the thing that I like about his team is that it's very affordable. I think at most, Sissoko and Ndombele are 15K. Ben Yedder's probably the most expensive player in this team. Something I like in the defense is that I think it's all really affordable. Joe Gomez might be like 5 to 10K, but you're going to be able to... Bellerin actually could be expensive, but you're going to be able to build this team for a good budget, and you're going to get a lot of value out of your players, so I like that about it. All right, this is just the Prem team, and I think Davinson Sanchez is still the second best Prem center back in FUT. Looking into all the cards, I did a look at all of them. I feel like behind Van Dijk, he's probably there. I know that Langlet, Alderweireld, and like those guys are really high rated, but I think Davinson has that FIFA value, and Davinson has a really good FIFA card. So you've got Van Aanholt, Ake. Ake's good. Ake's a little undersized. You might want to keep that in mind, that he's just a little bit undersized. Ricardo Pereira in there as well. Schmeichel and net. Schmeichel's very solid in FIFA, although my rule on goalkeepers, you guys know, goalkeepers are all bad until they're good. So if they make a good save for you, keep them in the team. If they suck, they all suck. So Sissoko and Ndombele, you guys can see how popular that is. It's going to be in everybody's Prem teams, and also it's such a good way to hybrid teams, and that's something that I think is underrated. Like, the ability to hybrid out from those two is very big. Ruben Neves, Dele Alli, Callum Wilson, Jimenez. So those are... Jimenez and Wilson are going to be very affordable strikers. Those guys early on are never overpriced or anything like that. And then Dele Alli. Look, I'll be honest about this team. I'm not in love with the front three. I think Dele Alli, for me, is more of a center mid this year, and that's because he's high. And he has good defensive stats. You guys can see he's got 71 defending and 79 physical. So if you could keep Dele Alli a little bit more in that reserved role of the left or the right center mid, I think you have a little bit more success with him. By the end of October, this is the target. So you've got Neymar, Mbappe, obviously can't go wrong. I don't love Lacazette. Like, by the end of October, I would want to not have Lacazette anymore. I'd want to have somebody else. I think Lacazette is decent, but I think 82 pace still means that he's undervalued in that pace regard. And then you got Salah, who's going to be amazing in this upcoming year. Pogba and Kante. When has there been a FIFA where Pogba and Kante ever went wrong? The answer is there hasn't been. Virgil van Dijk with Kyle Walker. Allison is looking really good. I've seen a lot of that demo gameplay. Like, Allison is looking really solid in FIFA 20. Varane and Mendy as well. Varane and Mendy's going to be a very, very popular perfect link in this upcoming year. I think that's a perfect link that you guys do want to keep your eyes on for the upcoming year. I think those two together are going to be very solid. Obviously, Allison Van Dijk is going to be good as well. That's not a perfect link, but And then the thing going forward, guys, with you guys is just understand with the fullbacks, I'm always okay if you guys are doing fullbacks on 7, 8, and 9, 7 or 8 cam. I don't think the 9 or 10 with the fullback is going to be the biggest difference ever. Okay, this is an interesting team because there's a lot of players in here that I haven't seen in starter teams so far. Pope and net, I haven't seen anybody put Pope in the net. Not that the net matters too much, but I just haven't seen it. Joe Gomez is looking decent. That's for sure. Eric Bailly's looking real good. Eric Bailly, man, is so overpowered in every FIFA, man. It doesn't even matter what the FIFA is like. He's just good every time. It's crazy. Doomfries in there as well. Doomfries is solid. 78 rated, but actually Doomfries does have a really good card. It low-key has 87 physical. Like, where did that come from? And then Promes is off chem, but I'm okay with that. I don't have a problem with you playing Promes on 6 chem. I'm fine with that. Then we move to the left back. He's got Wendell, who's always good in FIFA early on, with Leon Bailey. Torreira and Ceballos as the 2 cams, with Pepe's actually off chem as well. How many players are off chem in this team? 2? That's fine. So Torreira will be his defensive mid. This looks like a 4-2-3-1, I think. Ceballos and Torreira as the DMs. And then who would he play at cam? That's a tough one. Probably Zaha cam, Pepe striker, Promes Bailey wide. I think. I don't know exactly what he's going to play here. This is an interesting team because actually there's a lot of flexibility with it. So I'm okay with this. I also think you're staying pretty cheap here. I think the most expensive player is definitely Pepe, followed by Zaha. 4-1-2-2 in-game right here. This is a mainly Brazilian. Okay, so I like this because he's got the strong links there. Everybody appears in the squad to be on full chemistry, I think. Tyson, Paulinho, Talisca, Mendes. So he said 4-1-2-2 in game, which makes me think that I think if I was him, I would play Paulinho as CDM. Paulinho CDM, Talisca, Mendes as your wide or your left and right center mids. Tyson probably getting behind. I think you play Quincy Promes at cam. That's probably what I would do. Balde Diao at striker as well. A pretty cheap attack. Paulinho would be the most expensive out of the front guys. Aguilar with the link with Balde Diao. Tagliafico. The link with, obviously, Promes. Tagliafico's got a good card. 2 center backs that are fantastic. Low, high, and medium high. But both have really high pace, good transition speed, and good defending. And then Areola and net. Areola's going to be that guy, man. I'm hoping Areola is not a bust because everybody's got Areola on their team and he looks so good. Oh, wow. So this guy's got me like a whole thing here. So FUT Champions Hybrid first weekend league. So this is 14 days of trading or opening packs. So you got Militao and Akanji, both medium high, both really good looking. Akanji, not good looking. I'm not hating on them. Akanji actually was high medium last year. Now he's medium high. So that's an interesting kind of like change. Areola links well as well. Then you got Mendy and Babu. And Babu's good. And Babu's probably the best Bundesliga right back. Witzel with Sancho, very nice. Son is going to cost you a leg just because he's now going to be in Team of the League 1. So keep that in mind. Felipe Anderson's good. I don't like Felipe Anderson's finishing because it's only like 80. No, it's like 74. So don't love that, but he's 4-star, and he's fast. I like Ndombele. I like Fabinho. Very solid team. Witzel was a guy in the beta or the demo that people were talking big about. People really like Witzel in the demo. Okay, this looks like a really cheap team because I don't even think there's a player in here that's... Okay, Joao Felix would be the only player that cost you money. Martins is cheap. Jota's cheap. Neves, Gomez, Chamberlain are all very cheap. Your center mids are so cheap. Bali, Sidibe, Christensen, Tierney, and Fabianski. So backline is pretty cheap as well. Tierney is going to be interesting. I'm very interested to see how Tierney pans out for the upcoming year. I think a lot of people are looking at adding him or including him in their starter teams, but, you know, will he be that guy? We'll have to see. Something like this won't be cheap, but definitely affordable. So this is going to be a French and La Liga and Bundesliga hybrid. Is that correct? I think that's correct. Is there a La Liga? Yeah, there's La Liga in here. So Areola, Diallo, and Konate. That's a popular. There's so many good French center backs in this upcoming year, man. It's crazy. Hakimi with Aguilar. Cyprian as well. I like Cyprian. Cyprian I'm big on because I think Cyprian's going to be affordable with the all 70 stats, but still affordable, which is important. Was, Delaney. Delaney's got all the good, you know, the 70, 80 stats. I like that. Hakimi looks pretty good. Hakimi's interesting, though, because I think Hakimi's a right-footed player, and he has a bad weak foot. I'm not positive, but just look into that. Midfield is very, very solid. Guedes, Morales, and Vasquez up top. So I really like Guedes because Guedes got, I think it was like last winter upgrades. He got that weak foot or skill move upgrade. Anyways, Guedes is now 4-4, which is really good. And he's going to be solid. So very nice looking team. That Morales card is going to be very, very in demand. Very interesting card early on. I'm not in love with Vasquez, but I don't know. Maybe Ousmane Dembele. If you get Ousmane Dembele, man, that's gonna be a big purchase, right? Because he'll be like 80 to 100K. But I think he's a solid addition if you can get him. With Ndombele and Sissoko at CDM, Guedes left attacking mid, Felix Cam, and Yaki striker. All right, so backline is cheap. Isaka, Gomez. Okay, Kepa. I actually think Kepa's gonna be a decent keeper next year in FUT. So Ndombele, Sissoko, CDMs, that works. Guedes, Maximin, wide, very nice. Felix, Cam, nice. Gonna need a Chem style to up the passing a bit, just because 74 passing is probably not gonna be good enough. And Yaki Williams looks good, man. I'm gonna warn you though with him, man. 2-star weak foot's not the best. Like the last team that just got sent in, you might want to look at going with Morales over Iñaki, I think. I'm not positive, but could be a look for you. Not those stupid 250K starter teams. So this is a really cheap team. The most expensive player is Talisca, and he's maybe 5K. Teixeira and Eder are unique because they're both 4-star, 4-star. So that's a very nice thing to have. I don't know much about the striker. I know that that's a really popular perfect link, the CDM and the right back. Those two, a lot of people have been talking about. So got a strong link triangle on the right. And he's kind of got like a mini triangle with the keeper. But yeah, that's a nice team. And it's also, yeah, as you said, this is a real starter team. This is really, really cheap. This is a 4-4-2 in game. Probably the last team that we're going to look at today. Perfect, not a perfect link with Gomez and Martinez, but 4-4-2 would mean that Allen and Tolisso at center mids, Gnabry, Costa wide, Martinez, Gomez up top is my guess. Mendy, Militao, Areola, Konate, and Babu. This is nice because a 4-4-2 would actually really suit this team because you're not going to get in a ton of finishing opportunities with Costa. It'll mainly be pace and crossing. Although Gnabry, I would want in finishing positions because he's got a good card. Oh, that's a tough one because you kind of want to play Gnabry striker, but then can you really put Gomez at right mid? I'm not sure. Other than that dilemma, I like the team. So solid. Guys, thanks for sending in the teams. Appreciate it. Hopefully, you know, from this video, you guys maybe got some looks at some starter teams, I guess. Like, you know, it's like you guys could see some links on what people are doing. A lot of variety in terms of what people are doing. So hopefully you guys got to enjoy it. Thanks for clicking on the video, and I'll see you guys hopefully in a player review very soon. Peace out.